How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
This is the vibe I'm on. 2025, y'all. Period. Big shout out to Amber Simone. This is an old song too. This is from 2019, y'all. This is, man, these artists be having music in their vote. Y'all, listen. These artists be having music in their vote, and a lot of these songs, a lot of these artists have music that's just so phenomenal. Like I go out and I listen to like Kenyatta Davis. Go and listen to her album. It is like, it's phenomenal. And a lot of times they don't get the traction, not because they aren't talented. Like a lot of them, I mean, listen to the music. It's not that. It's because a lot of times the funds, everybody, marketing, when you have these big companies behind you, Nushin, when you have these big companies behind you, you have a much larger budget. And I have to open this up. You have a much larger budget to do those things, but I'm telling you, there is just so much great music out there. Man, I cannot wait for the new season of the VETTE GREEN Show to launch, everybody, because we are going to go back to what I was doing before. And I love music and all genres of music. I just love music, especially music with a message or something that's resonating with something that I may be going through at the time, or just hyping me up, you know, motivating me. I love that type of music. So I'm going to go back to interviewing musicians. So and artists. I want to talk to all creatives. I even want to talk to the poets out there because, man, Maya Angelou. I remember the very first time I heard Maya Angelou, and I had to be in school, unfortunately, you know, to learn about Maya Angelou. But I'm so grateful that I was able to learn. And the very first time I heard "And Still I Rise," man, do you know how powerful I felt when I heard that? So I know there's plenty more Maya Angelou's out there. So listen, y'all. Start tagging me to some things. If you see a poet out there, a creative out there who you feel that I may want to have a conversation with, I have to open this up, y'all. I do apologize. Tag me to it. Tag me to it, please, because we have to work together. Terry Brazier, we have to work together. Good morning, Mr. Goodman. We have to work together. And what I've learned, you know, as I have been working with my bro Franklin, is that when we work together as a team, everybody, when we work together as a team and everybody push each other. I mean, if you see me for I just learned that you have to repost on TikTok. I didn't know that. I thought as long as you heard it, it was no. If you see me reposting, let's use Winter Peace as a great example right now, because she is somebody that we both are backing because we see that she's really been out here putting in the work. So if we are posting Winter Peace, then Winter Peace is supposed to repost, and then and then if you are friends or if you are a supporter of Winter Peace, then you are supposed to repost, and that's how this thing works. It's free. It's a free way to support people, and then if you want to go an additional step further, if you have it, right? Mr. Goodman says some people can't say their last name correct. And then if you want to go a step further, everybody, if you really want to support that person, if you have if you have the means, then say, you know what, let me buy some merchandise from that person. Let me go ahead and support, because that's how we get those dollars circulating back into the community. Right, Keisha? Good morning to you. Good morning to you, everybody. That's how we get those dollars circulating back into the community. It was astounding to me when I learned how quickly the Black dollar leaves outside of the community. Oh, grand rising to you, beautiful. Grand rising to you, Lola. She's another one. See, that's somebody. If you see Lola supporting somebody and you support Lola, then go ahead and support, that. Send it to somebody. You know what I mean? That's how we are going to be able to get this thing going, you guys, because listen, it's about to get hard. Keisha said, yes, I had a baby at 15. Keisha, I was 16 and pregnant, so I get it. I wish I knew then what I know now, but isn't God just so phenomenal like that? Like, we have to go through a process. There's trees that have to go through a process. Even before they begin to bud, they have to go through a process, and it does not happen overnight. So then I'd be like, girl, hello, you are of the earth. I am an earth sign. Then how could you think that your process is going to happen overnight? This is the self-talk that I be telling myself, y'all. This is how I get through things, because you know how we can go down that rabbit hole of I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda, and then next thing you know, we on the couch feeling sorry for ourselves, and no, we aren't doing that. So before I do that, I'll talk myself back into the mode of, wait a minute, you know what, you are in your own process, Keisha. We are in our own process. Your baby 33, my oldest is 31 now, and I think that sometimes some of us have to go through a much tougher process, but only based on what we have inside of us. Just Grace, recovered life. Oh, I like that, recovered life. Only because of what we have inside of us. So for those of you who may be struggling, you think you're struggling, but hunty, all you are doing is getting some experience up under your wings so you can soar. I'm telling you, when you begin to soar, and you begin to look down and see where you came from, then you'll be able to get a better understanding of why you are going through what you are going through. As long as you continue to get yourself up and do what you have to do, put one foot in front of the other, as my mama, Sister Green, would tell me. God don't give us nothing that we can't handle. Trust and believe that. Nothing that we are going through is not that we can't handle it. We just have to first get an understanding of, okay, why am I going through these things, right? First, we have to get that understanding. And then, hey, Grand Rising B, thank you so much for coming back. Then we have to also say, okay, well, this is here now. And what does it come to show me? Because chances are it's come to show you so it can grow you. I'm telling you. So continue coming on with VETTE Green as we venture into, God willing, this 2025, y'all. Whew. Have y'all heard about these drones, y'all? Now, we first heard about these drones. I don't know how much of this you guys have deep dived into, but I heard that I saw a posting or something, or maybe I heard about it on the news, but I don't know if you all recall, we did a story over on the Morning Show podcast about a year ago about some drones that were flying in the Western New York region. And apparently they were testing. They said the news told us, well, if you see these drones flying around, don't worry, they're checking for radioactive material in the area. And I'm like, okay, good, because in certain areas, if you grew up around the Great Lakes, chances are there's, all types of mess in the soil. It just is what it is. And so I was happy about that. Well, there's been some drone sightings, and I didn't even know that it reached as far as New Jersey and maybe even further, because I can only tell you what I've been privy to, the information that I've learned over these last few days. And well, listen, y'all. And just know that there's a lot of information out in the news right now that's just being pushed to us. We talked about it here on the VETTE Green Show. We talked about the Diddy situation, the Jay-Z situation, but we always say, okay, what else is out there that's not being talked about? And that is something that maybe we need to be more of just vigilant of, and just thinking, okay, what are these drones searching for? right? Why are these drones out here? What are they searching for? And we also have to realize that, you know, we may not see the things that's going on in other countries as far as the turmoil. We may not see that, but it's going on, right? It's been going on for years, for decades. It's been going on since I was born. I remember hearing about not hearing about it, seeing it play out, the Cold War play out on television. I can remember this. We had actual shelters in our schools. Yeah, I can remember walking into the school and seeing the shelter that in case something happened, we would have to like go up under the school. I remember these things. So I say that to say, you know, you can't just get rid of these materials, these materials that they use over here. You can't just get rid of them, right? You can't just get rid of them. They have to dispose of them in some way, shape, or form. So now it's like, okay, if that's the case, what if, Ms. Parker, what they're doing is trying to figure out where some of this stuff was disposed? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to, all I'm just saying is there's a lot of stuff that I know that because for the longest time, the powers that be controlled much of the airwaves. And now with the explosion of things like YouTube, where you have, you don't have the money to back you to talk about the things that you want to talk about, but you may have the experience or you may have the information. You don't see a lot of that being pushed out because the truth of the matter is knowledge is power, everybody. Knowledge is power. So the less we know, the more we can be controlled. The less we know, the more we can be controlled. Now, listen, y'all, let's talk about this carrot recall. There's a carrot recall. How many food recalls have we talked about in just this past year, y'all? It's getting to a point, Miana Lover, that we all need to be learning how to use our green thumbs and get back to gardening. I wish I had a farm so I can have some animals out in the yard. I'm serious about this. I'm laughing, but I'm so serious about this because it was reported back when COVID happened that there was going to be a food shortage, DJ Mario. And I don't think that we look at things on a much larger scale when we think about it, or again, sometimes we're just so pacified, recovered life, or just so programmed to just not even think about these things because some of us are getting fed. You know, we don't have to worry about much. So if you have those necessities there, you don't have to worry about much. You won't have to worry about those things, y'all. So listen, pay attention, everybody. That's all I'm saying. Pay attention. But to lighten it up, I wanted to go on. Remember, what was that show that they had out? The World's Funniest Videos, everybody. Hey, Solange Luz. Remember those World's Funniest Videos, everybody? So I wanted to go on to TikTok because I know some of this information can get so. This is Trey. Well, she the first one to pop up. Trey, I guess you are the one. Yeah, you have a good day as well, B. Thank you so much for coming back. B said, have a good day. Just stopped in to say hi and thank you for being you. Thank you so much. I gotta get moving. Plus, I don't want it all. That's what it says on the video. So I have to go. Yes. I want it all. Hey, Melvin Faines, grand rising to you. OG Uncle, welcome back, both of you. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everybody. I because of some of the information that we talk about on the show, because I want to keep it real, and also I don't want to just talk about the stuff that's entertaining. I also want to, open up a dialogue, Sheila Brown. I also want to open up a dialogue to say, okay, how did we get here? So I know sometimes some of the stories can be dark. Like this stuff with the Jay-Z and the Diddy, and now we talk about Remy Ma and Papoose. It's like, man, all the people that we've been looking up to now are just as normal as we are. See, here we go back again. Okay. I don't know. TikTok. Oh, thank you so much for that, OG Uncle. TikTok is constantly TikTok. That's what you need to do better at. I know you guys want us on these platforms, but you have to let us be able to use our voices And I understand, I don't know. Yeah, who uses AI? Listen, I am getting more and more comfortable with using AI. Now, I come from a time where I remember watching the Jetsons, okay? So I was not as willingly a participant to dive into the likes of AI, but it's here. I mean, we can see it right now in our algorithm. They're using AI to do what it is that they're doing. That's why a lot of the creators, you see us out here doing more and more and more, and we have to push the information or push whatever it is that you are pushing out there because of AI. And it's here. So who out there is familiar with AI, and how in depth have you gotten? Because you can really get in depth, even as far as making resumes, y'all. I mean, AI is here. AI is what is why. So let's break this down, because I am a visual person, everybody. AI is why I see a lot of shoe ads in my algorithm and things such of that nature, because I didn't already told the algorithm that I like shoes. If you do Google ads, or if you use Google at any time and you have Google excuse me, if the information is linking together and you looked at something on Google, right? I looked at some shoes on Google because I'm always looking at shoes on Google. Now, Google's like, oh, you like these shoes. So while you're on Facebook, I'm going to let Facebook know that you like these shoes, just to remind you, Melvin, Betty Peterson, just to remind you that you like these shoes. It's gotten so much so that we can think things, y'all. And now we see it. We talk about it. We laugh about it. But and it's here. So as I am getting comfortable with AI, all of you, embrace it, because it's here. And the more you know, the more you can better understand why some things show up in your news feed and why some things don't. And also you will get a better understanding of why you see a lot of these companies scrambling right now, because the technology is out there. I was listening to an interview this morning, and the tech guy was on there talking about AI and some of the challenges that they're facing, but they're also talking about some of the enhancements. I mean, their language, everybody, language. I know some of you have heard how they have AI where they're trying to capture actual human voices. So you'll get these calls. Remember the spam calls of the days where they're just spamming you, trying to sell you something? Well, now some of this technology may actually be trying to capture your voice. You can do an internet search and look at it. It's real and it's out here, this technology. And this is just what they're allowing us to be privy to. Imagine the real technology, y'all. Imagine the real technology. Come on, y'all. We are going to open and expand our minds, y'all. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. Let me bring up the carrot recall on TikTok, because I did want to bring that to y'all. That's Trayvon. Carrots recall. Yeah, I think it seemed like it was the lettuce about a year or so ago, or it continues to be the lettuce. And then I'm looking at these carrots and I'm like, darn, I got these carrots. I'd be feeding my grand dogs these carrots. I know I done cooked with these carrots. You made oxtails with these carrots, man. Y'all, we have to be vigilant. We have to be out here making sure that we share information that people need to be aware of. And this is definitely something, especially this one. That bag alone, I was like, that was just in my refrigerator.
Organic, whole, and baby carrots. The CDC is out with a major recall, and there are now some growing concerns about an E. coli outbreak that's tied to organic, whole, and baby carrots. The CDC is out with a major recall after 1 death and 15 hospitalizations across 18 states, and it's all linked to products from Grimway Farms. 39 people in total have been impacted here. The carrots were sold across major retailers like Target, Walmart, Whole Foods as well. I think this is important important you need to check your fridge for the best if used by dates ranging from
those
September
bags.
11th to November 12th.
If you are
And
on
if it's a
TikTok, you
whole
can do
organic
a
carrot,
search
they were sold in
for
stores
carrot
around
recon.
August 14th to October 23rd. ABC News has reached out to Grimway Farms representative for comment, but we have not heard back. And there are now some growing concerns about an E. coli outbreak that's tied to organic, whole, and baby carrots. The CDC is out with a major recall after one death and 15 hospitals.
Yeah, thank you for that, Train. Listen, y'all. How many of you have a green thumb? How many of you out there already grow your own fruits and vegetables? There's a few people that I know grow their own fruits and vegetables. I am not one. I am happy that my plants are thriving. So now I'm going to graduate myself and go to the next level and start growing some fruits and, well, not fruits, not in this region, but some, at least some vegetables. I don't know. Can you grow fruits in this region? Other than grapes, maybe? I don't know, everybody, but listen, we have to be vigilant. We have to be vigilant. We have to be. So Remy and Papoose are still in the, we're still in the group chat, y'all. You know, I had saw over the weekend the post that Papoose had put up, or someone had put up. Papoose was there supporting Claressa. Claressa is a boxer. And listen, y'all. Listen, I don't know what's going on in their household. I don't know what's going on in their household. Hello, Chatwanika, Lise Renee. I don't know what's going on in their household, y'all. I just know that when you love somebody, your emotions can be all over the place, and you can obviously tell, just like what's going on with the group chat again with Cardi B and Offset, that there's a lot of emotions attached to this. And sometimes it's when you allow emotions to lead, then everybody has to be in on the group chat. And this past weekend, Offset literally posted the group chat. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Literally, I don't know what happened. I guess he posted it and deleted it. Gene Bean, Buster Boston. But in the group, in the group chat, I mean, we're in here. We're in here. In the post, and I'll bring it up here. I believe it's on Instagram. Yeah, in the post is actual the chat. I mean, he posted his a screenshot, I guess it was, of him and their conversation. But it was back from May. It's an old conversation, which tells me, okay, somebody's in their feelings about something. You know, something's going on. Maybe Cardi is out here living her best life. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like it smells like a bunch of emotions to me. Like, this is what happens. This is what happens. Sounds like a bunch of emotions. I mean, in here, he even goes as far as to I mean, come on. I'm not even going to go there with them. I'm not. You know, if she's out here living her best life, Cardi, get out there and live your best life. Because you are young, you have enough money to take care of your children, so you don't have to worry about that. Get out here and live your best life. Heck, Offset, you get out here and live your best life too. Just stop dragging these women with you. Like, if you want to go out and have fun, go out and have fun. Go out and have fun. Be honest about what it is that you want. And then don't be out here making families, and now you got families everywhere. Like, come on, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. I understand that people want to have fun and all this, that, and the other, but don't bring the kids in on it. You know what I mean? Y'all got, listen. Don't bring the kids in on it, OG Uncle. That's all I'm saying. You know, and all these kids, they grow up and then they go see this information. Like, I think about, you know, Blue Ivy and what she's probably dealing with. Think about you as a tween. Think about that. And what your parents may have been going through in the household. And now you're around all of that. And then add to that this mess that's going on the internet, because now this is the big group chat. It doesn't make it easy for these kids, y'all. It doesn't. You know, and he has now, what, 1, 2 families? I know I be seeing the one young girl at the house all the time with Cardi. Yeah. This is why now because people want to just be out here just linking to anything and anybody and just want to be out here just. We need to build communities back, y'all. We need our communities back. Because now you have a single mom who's going through some things. I don't care how much money she has. She's still going to be going through some things. And those kids are still going to see it, whether they have nannies or not. They're still going to want their mom. And sometimes she's not going to be available because of the bull crap that you're going through out in these streets, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So I was happy to see this morning in the news as I was getting ready for this day that some NBA players have teamed up to purchase some stake in not the Buffalo Bills, y'all. And on top of that, they are looking like this. I was like, say what now? Say what? Yes. And it also had me question, is this a part of the role that Jay-Z has? Is this a part of the role? Because if it is, if this is a part of the role, and I don't know, somebody out there tell me if this is a part of the role to make sure that everybody has a seat at the table if you have the means to be in that seat. Because if he is, I mean, man, another reason why it is so difficult for people like me to report on, you know, these stories, y'all. So let me get into the story. Let me get here. Oh, y'all, I am way in the morning show. Listen, y'all. But you know what? That is okay. I'm way in a whole other. If y'all did not check out the morning show, if y'all did not check out the morning show pop-up edition that we did on Saturday, 42080. Hey, 42080. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Hey, Cindy 4. Oh, that is you, for Cindy 420. It had a really, really great show Saturday at 7 p.m. So we are going to be back. So that's why I was sitting here way with the morning show podcast background. Y'all didn't nobody even say vet, but that's all right. That is all right. Anywho, y'all, what was I about to talk about? Oh, the NBA. Listen, y'all, if you can have ownership in something, that's what you want. You want ownership in things. I think we have been taught to be so consumer driven, to be not even consumer driven, just to be consumer minded, that we don't even think ownership. So when I see anything about ownership, I'm like, yes. Hey, Pastor Jelani, I'm like, yes. That's what I'm talking about. NBA players. Buffalo. Yeah. Listen, I was so happy to hear about this. So it's being reported that NBA legends and Basketball Hall of Famers Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady have been approved as minority owners of the NFL Buffalo Bills. What? Say what? Say what? That is amazing. That is amazing. It's possible, y'all. It is possible. It's possible. I think we need to be shooting more for ownership of things rather than to just throw our money out the door so quickly, because we end up with nothing. We end up leaving this beautiful earth physically without anything, right? Thank you so much, Pastor Jelani, for sharing. I think we need to be thinking more ownership as we journey on this next season of our lives, whatever that looks like for you. I hope that you are thinking ownership, because y'all, when you look up and you don't have anything to show for that W-2 that's about to drop in the mail, and you think that income tax refund is really a show, no, don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. No. That money, I know it gets a lot of people out of debt after the holiday season, because I've been there, done that. I know it makes people have the ability to purchase vehicles, down payments on different things. I get it. But listen, y'all, you can have so much more. So much more. Trust and believe. You can have so much more to the point where you won't even be thinking about that darn tax check, because you won't be getting no income tax check, because you'll be making so much that Uncle Sam would be saying, okay, we need a part of what you made because you need to help this economy keep going. I'm just saying, on a larger scale. Oh, I don't know what I just did, y'all. I don't know what I just did. Let me cancel this. Okay. Grand rising, my beautiful cousin. Grand rising to you. But y'all moving on. Listen, what else is going on in the technology? Are you Apple or are you Android? Now, part of my family, Apple, part of my family is Android, which causes issues sometimes in the group chat. I know Apple recently made an update, which, you know, changed some things. If you are an Android and an Apple user talking to each other, it changed some things, the layout, I guess. But, you know, Samsung has this foldable iPhone, and foldable iPhone, yeah. Well, that's the story. They are now potentially maybe coming out with a foldable phone. Samsung already has a foldable phone. Samsung has had a foldable phone for about 2-3 years. And, you know, I told the story before that, you know, part of my family are Samsung users. The other part of my family, we are all Apple driven. You know, the Samsungs are diehard Samsungs. They're like, Samsung is better. I mean, we all have our reasons for why we like what we like. But a foldable iPhone may be a game changer. On top of that, hopefully they'll start reducing some of these prices, because Pastor Jelani said Apple way better than Android, because Apple iPhones, that's what I love too. I love FaceTime. I love that. And that is one of the drawbacks when we have those Android users in the group chat. The group chat would be so much easier if everybody just came on over to the Apple side. But nah, some people want to stick with the Android and the Samsung, and that's all right. That's all right. But that may be a game changer. Yeah, a foldable iPhone. I don't know. Like when I saw the photo, and my son has the foldable Samsung. It's neat technology, but I don't know. Like I like the big phone. I like the big phone, so I don't lose it, because people have lost their phone, putting them in their pockets and stuff like that. So I'm like, these phones are way too expensive to be just losing them, you know? So I don't know. I know some of you are probably going to be jumping on this new technology because it may be coming out next year. I haven't even upgraded my Apple iPhone. I'm like 2-3 behind. What I have noticed, and this is one of the drawbacks that I do not like about Apple, is that they force you to upgrade your phone, because the technology is quickly evolving to now you have this old phone and the technology is like light years away from you. And then your phone's running slow. I can tell the difference between, you know, a very, very old iPhone and even my 3. Listen, y'all, they are making these things so that we have to continuously purchase them. They are not making things to last anymore. They are not making items to last anymore. I had these Timberland boots for about 15 years. I tell you no lie. I had these Timberland boots for about 15 years. The only reason I tossed these Timberland boots, y'all, is because the leather started peeling. And somebody has said that I could have just put some shoe polish and stuff and possibly brought them back. I possibly couldn't bring them back. But my psyche was like, girl, you done had these boots for about 15 years. Just let them go. Let them go. And now I'm like, no, them boots probably would have lasted another 15 years, because the grip on these suckers was so thick. The leather was, you know what I mean? Now you can't find them. Now they got the craftsmanship of these boots. Man, I've seen Timberland boots where the whole thing coming off. And it's like, y'all, they want to stay in our pockets, so we stay broke. They want to stay in our pockets so we stay broke. I can understand why my mom, there were some things she just did not want to substitute. There's some things that I don't want to substitute, and furniture is one of them. You need good quality furniture so it can last, so we don't have to keep buying it every 3-4 years. Pastor Jelani said that's the reason why I buy some UGG boots that last longer. Yeah. I've seen some UGG boots that years. These Timberland boots, and they were the ones that came up to my knee. And they had these big brass, not these big gold buckles on each side. So I had to I had to have a big, thick Adidas shoestrings in them. Those are the ones that they came with. I got them out of Delaware, or maybe I got them from Prince of Prussia. Man, when I tell you these boots lasted so long, man. It was like they had welded the heel of the boot into the leather of the boot. Craftsmanship out of this world. They don't make stuff like that anymore. They do not. That's why I refuse to spend a lot of money on clothes and stuff, y'all. Because at the end of the day, if you look at the stuff that your favorite retailer is selling you, chances are that same thing. You'd be surprised what you find on these Temu and Shein sites. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. I didn't got something, and I love Akira. Akira is one of my favorite boutiques. But I got some earrings off of, it probably was Shein, one of them. The same earrings, I tell you no lie, this very same earrings I paid 99 cents for was on their site for like $8 or something like that. So the next time you trying to call out that person, that small business that's selling some Temu or Shein stuff, items, talking about, oh, they trying to charge me all of this for some Temu items. They trying to charge me all of this for some Shein items, huh? Chances are your favorite retailer that you think you being bougie because you going shopping at them, shopping at the same place. Okay. The same place, the very same earrings. I've worn them on the show. The very same earrings. I'm just saying, y'all. Gone are the days where I am so closed-minded to things. Because I realize that these large retailers are doing the very same thing that a lot of these small businesses are doing. It's just that they can get the advertisement out there, and because they can get the advertisement out there, they seem like they are better. But I love Target. I love Target. I do. But how many times have you washed something that you bought from there and it did the same thing that thing that you bought from Fashion Nova did? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Listen. I made a post. I believe it was in the summer that you go catch, like today. Check out the Big Wig. Check out the Big Wig. Big Wig Entertainment. This is one of my favorite, I don't know, sweatsuits, hoodie suits, because of the craftsmanship. I love it. It's thick. You ever buy some of those sweatsuits, and as soon as you wash it, it's like, man, don't let a good wind come and you can feel it all. Not with this one. This one of the, and then the patch, because I love fashion and because I want my stuff to last long, I look at the craftsmanship, and this is something it's done very, very well. I love the patch. That's different because a lot of people just have, the iron-ons or things of that nature, and that's very well good because I'm gonna have me some iron-ons. Okay, so stay tuned. But when you can step out and be a little bit different, then you stand apart. So big shout out to Big Wig, Rose Goldie. What else is going on? What else is going on in this world, y'all? I'm definitely going to be looking some more into this AI, y'all, because it is worth the peek at least play around with Chat GPT. They have a free tool that you can use if you want to upgrade, and I am not sponsored by them. I'm just telling you all what I am utilizing. There's other ones out there. I think Da Vinci is another one that's out there. Claude, there's a lot of them out there, y'all. A lot of them. Just play around with it and just see, because I am one who was afraid of it for a long time. For like this year, was still afraid of it because it was like, wait a minute. I don't want all of y'all in my business. So I really don't want no technology in my business. And I am one, I don't be future tripping, but y'all, like for some creatives, we can see things. And when you tell us something, we picture it, you know? So as I'm watching movies like The Matrix and The Fifth Element, there's a portion of The Fifth Element. Remember where the girl was sitting in the chair downloading information, like it's seemingly at the speed of light, downloading information so she can understand what has happened to the world to get it to the state of where it was. That's what's happening with AI right now, everybody. That information, all this information that's on the internet, even including the voices, all of that information is being fed into these AI platforms in order to make the technology better. They have to learn how to make the technology better. That's why they have a lot of these open source forums, not forums, but there's, you know how a lot of people, remember, a lot of people had gotten those Fire Sticks. That's because information is out there. Open source is open for the public, and it's open for the public because the public is the best way to utilize something and be able to get a better understanding of why things work the way they do, or if it's working at all freely. Like you don't have to pay anybody to utilize it. And then they say, that's why you see on a lot of these platforms, they say, submit your feedback. They want our feedback so they can get better. Well, that's what's happening with AI technology, everybody. So submit the feedback so they can get better, but not better to the point where they take over. And that's the part that was scaring me. Like, what was that movie? Wasn't it called AI? The one with Will Smith, y'all? When I say, like, I picture things and it's like, oh, I can see that happening because I can. If we keep going down the route of where technology is going to be taking over humans, yeah, like we are valuable, and we have to make sure that these people that's trying to get the bottom dollar understand that we are valuable, y'all. That's all I be just trying to say. You know, I stand for humanity. That's what I stand for. If COVID didn't teach us anything, y'all, okay, one outbreak shoot. Seriously, that's all I'm saying. That is all I am saying. So I wanted to, what else had I talked about? There was something else that I had talked about. Oh, those drone sightings, y'all. Oh, Okay. So this was really one of the things. Now, we talked about Dr. Umar, and I like Dr. Umar. I don't stand for everything that he say, but I don't stand for everything that a lot of people say. That don't mean that I don't respect, you know, their opinion about some things. And a lot of what Dr. Umar has to say, you know, a lot of people be side-eyeing him, and, you know, Dr. Umar is who Dr. Umar is, okay? Don't be out here thinking that Dr. Umar is not as human as the rest of us. That's all I got to say. Don't be out here thinking that. So let me get into this, because I wanted to, he had said something when he was on, I think it was on the Art of the Dialogue. It's another popular podcast, everybody. Okay, yep, here it is. So let me pull this up. Oh, how do you swipe left? Okay. All right, so I'm actually playing the one on Hollywood Unlocked. So big shout out to Jason Lee over there in Hollywood Unlocked. But I thought this was interesting what he had to say in regards to this Diddy situation. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Suit paperwork, Art. According to Tony Busby, what he read, her attorney based in Houston, Texas, according to the civil suit, she demands a jury trial. That really caught me, Art. I was surprised at that. She's demanding a jury trial. Why am I surprised? Because, Art, if she's demanding a jury trial, she's going to have to take the stand. She has to testify. Remember, the only people who can plead the fifth are the people being accused of the crime. Jay-Z can plead the fifth. Sean Combs can plead the fifth because they are the defendants. She is bringing the case. So do you know what that means? She's going to have to take the stand, Art. And I'm saying to myself, are you sure you want to do this if it's not true? And it could be true. I want to be honest about this. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. I'm going to look at this from both sides. Now, in the civil suit paperwork, Art, according to Tony Busby, what he read, her attorney based in Houston, Texas, according to the civil suit, she demands a jury trial. And if the sister is telling the truth, Art, I pray to God she get every penny she wants. I pray to God that those who assaulted her get the worst karma that's out here in the universe. Nobody should ever abuse a child. There's nothing worse than a sexual assault of a woman. There's no crime worse than the sexual assault of a woman. There's no crime worse than the abuse of a child. And when you combine them, Art, sex assault of a female with sex abuse of a child, that's the worst crime on the planet Earth. So if that lady is innocent, I pray to God she get all the help she's entitled to. I pray to God she get every penny that she's suing for, and any karma that comes to those who are responsible for that, they deserve it. That's ridiculous.
Now,
Puffy, Sean Combs being denied bail 3 times is unacceptable. How can he be denied bail 3 times, Art, and Vince McMahon ain't never been arrested yet for the same?
Let's talk about it. I mean, there it is. We actually talked about how Epstein, we did a look at the charges, and the charges were quite similar between Epstein and Diddy. I mean, there's some variations, but the truth of the matter is, Lord Jesus, everybody should be treated fairly. And is it because of the color of his skin that he's continuously being denied bail? And then you have people, and we talked about, and we're going to do a movie review on Big Mike's podcast, movie review on the Vic McMahon show, documentary that's out on Netflix. Some of the allegations that were out there, that are out there right now, and this man is still like, sometimes you have to call a spade a spade. You know, you have to call it out. Good Grand Rising, Bam Fam. Grand Rising, Joanne. Sometimes you have to call it what it is. And at the end of the day, we saw what happened with the Cassie situation. So we know that he's guilty of some things. Do we know how much he's guilty of? None of us know. The people, listen, it's between him, that person, them, and God. That's who it's between. You know, we are not trial, judge, jury, and you really are innocent until proven guilty. Thank you, baby. You are innocent until proven guilty. And as someone who has survived being victimized, I get it. I get it. What I want to say is that these people wouldn't be fighting as hard as they are had there not been some people out there who's out there lying about it, making it for indies, which is going to make it harder for anyone who was truly victimized. So shame on you. If you are somebody that's trying to put a case against these men, anybody, and there's true people out there who have been victimized, who have been taken advantage of, who have not come forward for regardless of whatever reason, they have not come forward. Shame on you, anybody who's out there lying about it. Anybody who's out there lying about it, because number one, just like Dr. Umar said, that is one of the hardest abuses to get over. There's people right now that's probably watching this live that have suffered at the hands of somebody, been victimized at the hands of somebody and kept quiet about it. Not because it didn't happen, but because you have to actually relive that. And when you are reliving something, your entire body is going back to that place where you was victimized, where you were taken advantage of. So before you get out here trying to money grab and making it harder for these people who are actually taken advantage of, because some of these stories are so horrendous that you really got to pray on yourself after reading them, because it's like, these are real people out here. Like those Law and Order SVU, come on, y'all. They rip from the headlines. Rip from the headlines. Rip from a conversation at the 8 at the white party. I'm just saying, baby girl, 1984. I'm just saying. Bam Fam said, not blacks. We are guilty until proven guilty. Vette Green, innocent. Vette Green, the queen. Thank you so much. And that's the issue, Bam Fam. That's the issue right there. Why is he being denied bail? What was pushed out there is that he allegedly was making threats to some of these people who were coming forward. We don't know whether that was happening or not. We don't know. We don't know. Coming from the streets, you do what you do. If you're thinking with the street mentality, then you can imagine what was going on. Do you think that the other people weren't making threats and stuff? If the allegations are true, do you think that wasn't happening? Y'all, we gonna put our thinking caps on in 2025, y'all. We gonna put our thinking caps on, and no longer are we just going to allow anybody to just feed us information. No longer are we just going to run with this narrative just because it's being pushed out there. Now we are going to start asking questions and be okay with asking questions. We just voted in somebody who everybody was saying would be the ruin of this entire nation. We just voted in them in. Yep, I'm talking about America. As an inclusive, because it was the economy. It seems like they voted them in. So economy, let's start taking care of our own. And I'm talking about, let's bring back community. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because as we see, nobody is perfect. I don't care how much money you have. Nobody is perfect. And even the people who were doing the victimizing probably was victimized in their lifetime. And that's why they are the way they are, because they were groomed. So, y'all, that is it for me for today. I will be back on later on today. Y'all have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day on purpose. Bam Fam said, with Donald Trump convicted of 34 felony accounts, he still won the biggest cheer in the country. Yes, but Diddy can't get bail. Tell me, why is they saying he is guilty? That's the part, Bam Fam. That's the part. Listen, all I can say is, if you look at what happened with that baby, John Benet Ramsey, and we still don't know what happened, but we do know them parents lawyered up. They had the funds to lawyer up. We see what's going on with Jay-Z and Diddy. Listen, the NFL and all the powers that be is still standing beside Jay-Z, okay? They are standing beside him. But then we got Diddy. Diddy? Why do they want to keep him? Why not give him the same options that these other people have been granted? You know? Yep. I'll probably be going live around noon today. Yep. I'll probably be going live around noon today, everybody. I'm going to work on going live more often, because again, there's so much information out there. And sometimes I'll be wanting to go live just listening to music and stuff like that. And sometimes just go live and have a conversation, because I know my mind gets to thinking about certain things. And if you all are also, thinking about certain things, we can start a conversation. Sometimes it helps to unpack some things in a great conversation. Okay. Some of us, we need to form a community right here digitally. We can form a community right here. Like, your community does not always have to be the people that you see physically. Sometimes it's good to form a community right here as well, Ali Yaya. So if you want to form a community with me, make sure you join my lives, because I'm not here. Like the Vette Green Show and nothing on Green Links Media and Green Links World Entertainment. We aren't that. This platform is not going to be about a tear down. Are we going to have the conversation? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what this join my team means, everybody. Help me with that. We're going to have the conversations here. We're going to open up the dialogue so that everybody can, express their opinion with respect. But tearing down, nah, because none of us would want anybody to do us, like kick us when we're down. Nobody, none of you will want to be kicked when you don't want to be kicked when you down now. Let a family member be talking about you and you hired on time. You like, why they want to be talking about me? Why they want to be talking about me? Thank you so much. We love you too, Bam Fam. Peace and blessings to you. I needed that this morning. Thank you so much. So we won't be doing that, but we will be going live again, y'all. Oh, Ali Yaya, thank you so much. I'm learning all of this fest bursting stuff, y'all. Oh, I'm 50% to my goal. 80% to my goal. Y'all. And I am going to open up a subscription over here on TikTok just because, y'all, listen, let me say this. It is not about the money for me, but I do understand that money makes things go round and it allows you to do certain things and to be able to give back. So, TikTok has been, pushing me to get a subscription service over here. And it's like, well, what would I offer to people? Because I don't want to just offer mess, just like give me $1.99 a month and just come on and you go see Vette doing the same thing. So what I'm going to be doing over here, y'all, is just going live sometimes. And it's only going to be subscription only. And in that live, asking questions and having an open dialogue about some real life stuff that's going on. Okay. Because I realized back during COVID in these clubhouse rooms that so many of us came together. And man, when I tell you, a lot of times you can feel God and moving in those rooms. And I talk about Coach Bree. Coach Bree was a leader in this mindset clubhouse room that she had, y'all. And in there, we would be able to open up, and people can be vulnerable. And what I learned, and this is why I'm saying it's going to be subscription only, because it's going to be some haters out there and some people that just want to run and run with people business. And that's not what this is going to be all about. This is really about coming together and supporting each other and coming together with like minds and ready to grow together. That's what it's going to be about. I had to put them in there. That's what it's going to be about. So see that coming, in the coming new year, everybody. I'm getting the material together. You're going to see some different types of stuff in there. Hey, Yaya Boo Grand, this is rising to you. You're going to see some different type of stuff in there, but trust and believe it. Each of the items that you see within that subscription is going to be a key to unlocking something that I know is deep within a lot of us. I see so many stars out there, and I'm not talking about stars that's going to be making all of this money. I'm just talking about stars like you, a rock star in your space. You're a rock star in your space. You're a rock star because you are like one of the best illustrators that I know. You're a rock star because, shoot, it's people out there that can clean, y'all. It's people out there that can clean their butts off, and they are a rock star at doing that. But because a lot of people think that that's not a good job, but you can actually start if you are good at cleaning, start a cleaning company, get some other like-minded cleaners. Some people think that is so relaxing to just be cleaning, because what they're doing is they're creating. That is their job. That is their gift. Some people, listen, it's a bad nail tech in the Buffalo region, Erica Campbell, and I'm looking at her nails, and she is one of the baddest out there doing it. She really is in the Buffalo area. That is one of her gifts. That's a gift. But a lot of us, because these service jobs we think are only supposed to be like, we supposed to be rappers and we have to be, right, Bam Fam, that a lot of people don't realize that we have so many gifts. Like, look at your legacy. You know what I mean? Look at the legacy that you and your brother has. Listen, y'all, listen. Just because the rapper is a rapper does not mean that is their only gift. That may be their means to an end. Okay? That's why we don't see Rihanna out here trying to make more music, because that her passion probably was Fenty altogether. So y'all, don't be sleeping on your gifts. Just know that God is not one to just give us one gift. We have to cultivate what's inside. And the more you begin to cultivate what's inside, and that's where I am here to help you, because the more I begin to cultivate what was inside of me, no longer did I feel that my life was like in dire straits. It was like, oh, there truly is possibilities out there. There's possibilities out there. And the possibility is within, but we have to start doing the work on ourselves. So if you really want to do the work on yourself, then you would pay that $1.99 a month, and we gonna have some conversations. Because I mean, when you invest in yourself, when you put an investment in it, you are more likely to take it seriously. So that's the reason for the subscription, because I really want people to invest in themselves, and I really want people to win. And I never ever want, when I got out of my funk, my 7-year funk, I was like, man, God, I don't care my worst enemy to feel like that. I don't want my worst enemy, the person who may not like me for whatever reason or did something to me, I don't even want that person to feel like that. It's gonna be right here on TikTok. They keep having me do a subscription. Well, pointing me every time I get off of live, they try and get me to do a subscription thing. So I'm gonna look into it right here on TikTok. And y'all, listen, I want everybody. I don't care what job you have. I don't care if you are the doggone cashier at McDonald's. I want you to join, because I want you to, if you are the cashier at McDonald's and that's what you want to do, I applaud you. But if you want to be more than that, and you want to actually own that McDonald's, then you need to believe that you can own that McDonald's, and not that you're going to be standing at the window, because that was me standing at the window in the freezing cold with a coat on, hat, gloves. Can I take your order? If that's what you want to do, if you want to work at that McDonald's, then be the manager at the McDonald's. If you want to work at Family Dollar, be the manager at the Family Dollar. Like, be more than, I'm telling you, the be more is going to make you feel better, because we are creatives. We are of the earth. We possess the same thing. Like, God gave us that quality to create. And when we aren't creating, and I'll bring it back to myself, everybody, when I am not creating, and when and just because I know some people have to think of it as money, when I'm not in my bag, when I'm not creating, that's where a lot of my depression comes from, because I'm not doing what it is that God purposely purposed me to do. You know, and creating may look different for a lot of us. I just talked about earlier, people I know, man, it's therapeutic for them to clean. They are creating the beauty back into that home. They're creating. Lillian Jefferson. I know people that can draw their butts off, and that is therapeutic for them. They don't even want to do it as a side hustle, because it is so therapeutic for them. They want to keep it to themselves. But that's something that God gave them. We all come with so many gifts, y'all. And that's what I want everybody to realize. So I am going to open it up, and I'm going to be posting videos on there. This is really her 51st days. This is me meeting myself every single day and falling madly in love with myself every single day, the good and the bad. There was a young lady that I met throughout my journey, and although the friendship could not form for whatever reasons, because we just know that because your vibrational pattern is what it is, you aren't going to be for everybody. Okay. And I wasn't for everybody, and I'm still not for everybody, but I always get something out of the encounters that I have. And that's something that I got out of that encounter, is that I have to accept all of me, the good and the bad. Like, you really have to be accepting of all of you. And if you want to change those things that you don't like about yourself, you really do have the ability to do that. But a lot of us have been programmed to think that we can't change, that we always have to be that way. But that is so untrue. I promise y'all that. It is so untrue. Every day I get up and do this, I'm constantly changing the trajectory of my life, because now I'm not thinking about me being a teenage mom and dealing with the things that I had to deal with in my life throughout my life, and even being a young little girl growing up in the projects and just feeling so not safe. And it wasn't because I didn't have family that loved me. It's just because that sometimes in environments you just are not as safe as you should be. So even that, so I tap back into that little girl a lot. And I want to teach you all to tap back into that little person. And that's what's going to be happening in that room. How often I get in there, I'm not sure, because it's really a place of me being vulnerable. And I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is other people also being vulnerable, and then other people taking it and running with it and being so judgy about it. You know, some people don't even realize that you really are your own worst enemy, because anything that you talk about maliciously about somebody, best believe God will bring you to it. It is the law of nature. You cannot get away with just dogging people and think that you either you're going to experience that, or you're going to experience that through somebody close to you. That's just the way of the world. You know, that's why I said if we spread more love, then we will be better off. It's just so much regurgitation of the hate out there, and we just run with it. And we have to stop doing that, or at least be able to control our thoughts to the point where it's not going to boggle us down, or we get involved in it. You know what I mean? So evolve or die. That part, baby. That part. Yep. Yep. So if you were struggling in 2024, and if you really sit down and be honest with yourself about a lot of your struggles, if it keeps pointing to you should be in that room, you should be in that room. If it keeps pointing here, and chances are this is exactly where it should be pointing. Because rule number one, you get your power when you realize that you can only control what you control. The serenity prayer. God grant me the ability to accept the things that I cannot change. Y'all, it's going to get real in that room. And it is a small investment, I'm telling you, based on the information. Man, listen, I'm giving it away for free. Been giving it away for free. Y'all done seen me fumble. Y'all done seen me fall. Y'all done seen me get back up, fumble, fall, get back up. Fumble, fall, get back up. Fumble, fall, get back up. The get back up is a lot quicker. So no longer am I laying down 7 years just taking it. No, Vet may have to lay down for a few months and take it, because now she got to figure out, okay, what didn't I learn back in that lesson? Because, okay, I'm running quick. You know, I'm still running quick, and I'm getting past some things, but it's still some things holding me back, and I got to figure out what that stuff is. So we go break it down, and y'all can ask questions. I really am an open book. I don't have anything to hide. If y'all really, really be listening to me, I be telling my story all the time. I have nothing to hide, because one thing I learned is that can't nobody tell Vette Green's story better than she can. All of it. All of it. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day on purpose. I will be back here at 12. I love y'all. Long life. Yes, they are asleep. I took them out early in the morning. Early in the morning, I took them out. Panel oh my goodness, her butt. Don't let nobody. Now my baby is blind, y'all. She is blind as a bat. But let big girl get to barking. She is ready to pop off, ready to jump out my arms and everything. She is about the smoke. Okay. Pano said, I don't care if I'm blind. I am about the smoke. I am about it. So bring it. All right, y'all. So y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. I am going to actually leave y'all with my bro song, because this song, Buffalo. I hope it's in this one. Y'all may have to go back to, oh, nope, here it is.
They really feel me, I ain't keeping it.
Hey, this is Brooklyn to Buffalo. Like Byron saying
I'm on the low when I'm getting this dope. Just like Uncle Luke when they peeping the show.
Even the roads in concrete be forced to grow. That ground you be under if you forced to low.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 be slick just like CeeLo. Chest so big to grind like Rambo.
First blood is spilled, tension is built. Every sentence, every bar, every mention is killed.
I'm caught the party, sipping on Bacardi. You lying in your rhymes, I'm lying like Ed Hardy.
Bugatti skirt, 0 to 60. If I stop to think or blink, you might miss me.
Mach 10 to win, smile just grin. Blessing my mess, somehow I still sin. Crooks off the book, you shook like vibrators. We driving a ride, we hot like radiators.
Yeah, tailgaters, kill haters, snipe shot. Dutch clear, nothing left but night.
Gang shots, 5 hits, real quick. Changed up the ski mask and outfit.
Night dark, we lit, Edison. Sip the yak while Joker smoke the medicine.
That's why they call me the high joke. You light the match without no smoke.
Mike Jordan, game 6, I won't choke. They complain about shit, but won't vote.
This the realest shit that I wrote. You cats not hard, you soft like egg yolk paws.
Cause, give me a round of applause. Don't come around here unless you come with bars. Bang.
Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back.
We hope you enjoyed the show. This is a Green Links Media production, and we thank you for watching. We are here every Monday through Friday, beginning at 9 a.m. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell while you're at it. We love you long life.